Good morning, it's Monday the 8th of August 2016. Another tie. Well, it's not another tie. You were mentioning the other day that a couple of you quite like the idea of me wearing ties. So here we are again. We're very bright today. Nice red shirt, nice light blue, sky blue sort of jacket, and the same tie as I had on last time. Excuse me. But I had what are those things called? Coat hanger. I had a coat hanger full of ties, and I'm sure I got this off it the other day. Do you think I can find that coat hanger anywhere? I cannot find any other of my ties, and I don't know where they've gone. I reckon it's my mate Ron, because he's very good he finds things and then puts them away. Oh, I put that there. It's a bit like having your mum back again, you know. Oh, I put that there. Oh, I put it away. Oh, I've tied it up. And I cannot find any ties anywhere other than this one, which I left hanging over the banister. So, very, very strange. If you've got any ties that you want me to wear, please send them through immediately, boys and girls, all right? Strange. The case of the disappearing tie. Oh, yeah. Maybe we could turn that into a board game. Like Cluedo or Monopoly. Or I gather there's a Monopoly app. Did you know that? There's a Monopoly app for the iPhone, which I may get. I quite like Monopoly. I was very good at winning Monopoly. My strategy for winning Monopoly is to get the blue ones and the orange ones, okay? Because they won't cost you a fortune. And by the time these dimwits have tried to save up for the purple ones, right round the other side, you've cleared up all their money. Yes, lovely. We like Monopoly. Talking of money, good news, boys and girls. Now, I didn't even know this. So here is my lottery ticket for this week. Okay, and I have crossed off two numbers on two lines. I can see. Yeah, you can see that. Can you see where I've got my little lines under there? I've crossed off two numbers on two lines. Now, normally, I would have thrown that away. Okay, I never knew that if you get two numbers. Oh, we're coughing away this morning, aren't we? If you get two numbers on a line, did you know you get a free lucky dip? I never knew that. No, so I shall be going down there later on and collecting two more lottery tickets. Perhaps that will be the winning one, boys and girls. Yes. And then we'll all be taken out onto a treat. We'll have a little treat somewhere, okay? Watching a programme last night when I got home from work. Sometimes I watch a little bit of television before I go to bed and a nice cup of tea. This programme called Bride on Benefits. Has anyone seen that one? Anyway, these are people who they have little money. They're all on benefits, and she wants to get married, but she doesn't want to. I mean, I haven't got much money coming in, so they're scrimping and saving. Oh God, are we going to get through the show? And Kate, I might peg out today. I might peg out in front of you. That'll get the ratings up, won't it? Oh, they love to see unhappiness and death on the telly. Horror films are very, very popular. I think that's why this is becoming popular, because you like the look of my horrific face. Do you? You strange people. By the way, if it's your birthday, that's coming up shortly. Anyway, Bride on Benefits. So she starts off, right? The first thing they look at is the car, not the dress. Not the reception hall, nothing like that. The first thing they look up is the car. And they want to book a car, okay? Bearing in mind, the car part of a wedding is about an hour of the day, isn't it? I suppose a maximum of an hour. So they want to book this particular Rolls Royce, I think it is. £275 this is for 2 hours. I suppose it comes with a driver as well. I quite like a Rolls Royce. You know, people sometimes say, what car would you have, Chris? If you could have any car you wanted, it would be a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, you know. Something very classy like that. Not a Porsche, vulgar. Porsches are vulgar. Not a Porsche, not a Ferrari, although there are some nice Ferraris. Not a Lamborghini. My hairdresser boy, who I will be visiting this week, boys and girls, to cut my hair, he would like a Lamborghini. Not one of those. It would be a Rolls Royce or a Bentley. Something very nice and stately. And perhaps a little chauffeur to go with it. Not grow. Go, go, go before you break my heart once more. Scott Fitzgerald, Eurovision entry some years ago. I'd have a chauffeur as well. No, not my mate. Oh, you must be joking. I would have a chauffeur. Someone in a little suit, and they'd come round to my house. Your car's ready, sir. Thank you very much. And I'd go out, and the door would be opened for me, and I would sit in the back. I'd sit in the back and do even more of these shows for you. How fabulous would that be? So that's what I'd have. Anyway, so that's the first thing I look at. A Rolls Royce, £275. And then she's on the phone, and the future husband's sitting next to her, and they're both about 45, I suppose. They might be younger than that, but they both smoke. And you know, girls and boys, if you smoke, you look much older than you really are, don't you? You know that. You know that. So she says to him, oh, they want a deposit to secure it for that date. Oh, why I ain't got it yet? I ain't had my benefits through yet. Oh, right. So when we getting that? It'll be the end of the month. And I'm kind of thinking, if they haven't got the money for the car now, how are they going to have the money for anything else? She said she wanted to do it as cheaply as possible, but not to scrimp and save. So I don't quite know how they're going to do that. I really don't. But £275 for a car, when you haven't got a lot of money, sounds a bit mad to me. I'm willing to lend them my push bike. I really am, boys and girls. As it could be. I've actually got two push bikes. I've got like a normal bike and a mountain type bike thing, which I hardly ever use, to be honest. I should give that away to someone else maybe who would like a mountain bike. Although I do use that one. If there's a puncture in the other one, before I leave the house, then I'll use the mountain bike. But the tyres are a bit knobbly and it's a bit more difficult to ride along the road. That'd be good. Brides turning up on bicycles to the registry, or it's be a registry office. It'd be a registry office. Registry office. So it's saving a bit of money there. Because church weddings are really expensive, aren't they? So anyway, this programme is carrying on. And then they decide they need to make a bit of money, this couple, right? So they go to decide that they're going to do a car boot sale with all the bloke's stuff that is in I think it's in a shed or in a loft or somewhere like that. So then the camera comes into this loft or shed or garage, whatever it was. And it's showing you around, oh, what a load of old tat that was in there. He thought he was going to make loads of money. Anyway, so the day comes when they're going to do it. So they leave the house. They leave the house about 5 o'clock in the morning because they say they want to be there to get the early people. Now, I've never been to a car boot sale. I quite like the idea of going and having a little nose around, but not at 5 o'clock in the morning. So they leave the house and they get to this car boot place, and and they've parked up. As he's got out of the car, like he's going to the back door, he's at the tailgate, the tailgate of the car. As he's lifting it, all these other people gathered around the back of they were like bloody vultures, dear. Vultures. Like, oh, and they ugly vultures. They've great big long beaks or noses, haven't they? Honestly, he's opening the boot, and these people are jostling to get a good look inside the boot. And he said, could you come back? And he turned around and he said, can you come back in 15 minutes? We're not quite ready to start yet. But they wouldn't go. And they start touching things in his boot. I couldn't believe it. Vultures. I don't think I'd want to go to a car boot sale. Have you been to one? Awful people, dear. Vultures. Get away from my car. Eventually they dispersed when they saw that there wasn't anything that they wanted in there, these people. And then the shot cut to them trying to set up a table. This couple were trying to set up there, and they were using a wallpaper paste table. And they put some stuff in it, and then of course the thing collapsed. It was like something out of a Carry On film. So they got the stuff set up, and I think towards the end of the day, he was happy with what they sold, but she wasn't. She thought they'd make a lot more money. And it turns out, right at the very end, I think that their biggest purchaser bought a like a sweet machine, you know, like the big globe with the sweets in it, and like a little, like on a stand like that. And he purchased that for ding, £2. £2 for the sweet machine. So this little boy bought that, and then at the end they're having a conversation with the interviewer. How did you do? Oh, well, we didn't do that well. We only made about £35. And then by the time we paid for the pitch, which was £12, and then bought our fags for the day, which was another £10, we ain't been left with much. So for all that, forget the cigarettes. I never understand these people who've got no money, but they can buy cigarettes. Do you know how much a packet of cigarettes is? £10. So you have one a day, so that's, say, £70 a week on cigarettes. How do people, even in employment, afford £70 a week on cigarettes? Do you smoke? Do you? I bet you smoke, don't you? Give it up, dear. You must try harder. Little patches and things like that. I used to smoke. Years and years ago, I used to smoke between 20 and 40 a day, especially when I was DJing somewhere. And I'm so glad I gave that up. And that's over, I think I gave up 1991, something like that. Best thing I ever did. Give up smoking. Really was. So they ended up £35 minus £12. That's 25, 24. That's £23. £23 for working from 5 o'clock in the morning till midnight. That's not a lot of money, is it? I suppose they bought a packet of cigarettes each, £10, leaves them a profit of, gling, £2. And you can guarantee they would have bought themselves tea and hot dogs while they were there. Because no one takes their own food around anywhere, do they? They don't. No one brings packed lunches. Do you remember when you first went to work, perhaps? You used to take a little Tupperware box or a little plastic bag, be a couple of sandwiches in there, and some bits and pieces. No one does that anymore, do they? They all go to Starbucks and buy one piece of cake for like £5 and a cup of tea, which is £7, don't they? They all do that now. Or they go to McDonald's, £5 every time you go in there. Why doesn't anyone do sandwiches anymore? And even those that do sandwiches, they don't make them themselves. They go to this little shop down the road and get this little thing packed in a little piece of plastic that has been sitting there for hours, which is nicely chilled. I can't lie to you, you know, quite nice to have a chilled sandwich which has been in some chiller cabinet somewhere. But no one makes their own sandwiches anymore. Why is that? Is there some reason for that, dear? You know, you can have what you want in there. Piece of cheese, perhaps a dead animal in between those two bits of bread. Piece of bison or something like that, eh? Anyway, so that was the programme Bride on Benefits. Oh, that is not a lot of money, is it? 5 a.m. until 12 midnight, and you end up with a profit of £2. How much is that? Anyone got a calculator? Is that about 30 pence an hour? Shocking, that's less than a minimum wage. Only just, though. Thank you very much. Hello to the Reverend David. Oh, yesterday we had a birthday down at the Golden Lion in Sydenham. It was Annabelle's birthday last night. So happy birthday yesterday to Annabelle. And she had the most delicious chocolate birthday cake. Yum, 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 yum. Guess what I had? 2 pieces. Thank you very much. 2 pieces. Lovely. And it was chocolate with chocolate sprinkles all around the outside and then bits of different types of chocolate on top. Like a tube type. Do you know what I mean? Like a thin tube of chocolate on the top. So yummy, yummy, yummy. We liked it. And that was my second, other than my own, my second favourite cake of the year. My first favourite cake of the year has got to be Irish Mary, who's not from Ireland. She had by far, not by far, but her cake tasted the best so far this year. So please, if you're coming to any of my little events, boys and girls, make sure you're all in competition now to give me the nicest slice of cake you possibly can. Yum, yum, yum. We like birthday cake. What else have we got here? Oh yes, David. The Reverend David is a regular viewer to this show, boys and girls. He's got his own church. Got his own church in Borough. And he's been following the very, very interesting story of the Glorias that I like. Now, Gloria, when I go to church on a Sunday, and Gloria is like a main part of the Mass. It's a prayer that they do, okay, every single week, but it is set to different music, depending on where you are and what one they've chosen. Well, if you've been following the show, you will know that at my local church, St. Joseph's in Bracknell, they've been doing this really, really dreary, depressing version of the Gloria. Gloria in the highest, and on earth people of goodwill, we praise you. And it's so depressing. I don't go to church to come out completely depressed. Blimey, dear me. Anyway, so the last 2 weeks, I've gone to a different church, the Corpus Christi Church in Wokingham. Oh, and the Gloria is happy, clappy. Happy, clappy. Now, the Reverend David doesn't know what this one is. So I'm going to tell you, David, and I will play you a little bit. I will play you a little bit of it. Now, if you're not religious, doesn't matter. Just have a little listen to the tune and see what you think. It's the Glendalough Mass. That's Glendalough, okay? Glendalough. I think, Reverend David, you should... Oh, just a minute. I'm sniffing and coughing away here, dear. It's terrible. You know what I need? I need to go swimming. I shall go swimming after doing this show. Yes, perhaps you could bring this into your service, David. I quite like it. Now, I've tried to play it on the piano, but unfortunately it's got 4 sharps. The more black notes a tune has got, the more difficult I find it to play, because I play by ear. Anything that's in C major, no problem. D, yeah, okay. F, yeah, that's all right, 1 flat. G, 1 sharp, maybe 2 sharps, that's D. Anything more than that, and you're pushing it, quite frankly. I don't know why. If it's got black notes in it, I've got a... I hope it's not a racist thing. Do you think so? Is it because the notes are black? My fingers... Is that racist? Is it like an underlying... Is it an underlying racist problem that I'm not aware of, that I don't want to play the black notes? That's the worry. I will need therapy about that. If I was in America, they would send me for some sort of therapy, wouldn't they? Anyway, David, have a listen to this, the Glendalough Mass, a few bits and pieces of it, and I'll play you this. Here, you ready for this? Here we go. Glory to God in the highest. Glory to God in the highest. Glory to God and on earth. Peace to people of good will. Oh, you like it. Here's a little bit of the verse.
We praise you. We bless you. We adore you. We glorify.
Are you liking it?
We give you thanks for your great glory.
Another chorus coming up in a minute.
Oh God, heavenly King. Oh God, Almighty Father.
Here we go. Sing along, everyone. In the highest. Glory to God in the highest. Glory to God and on earth. Peace to people of good will. I love it, dear. We love it very much. That's the Glendalough Mass. G-L-E-N. No, Glendalough Mass. G-L-E... Is my microphone on? Yes. Glendalough, okay? By Liam Lawton. If you want to have a look and listen to the whole of that thing, David. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put a little copy of that. I will tweet that. Have you got Twitter? Twitter. Have you got Twitter? I don't know if you've got Twitter or not. No, I'll leave it. I'll leave it like that. I'll leave it. Okay, so you just have a look it up on the YouTube. Okay, some messages have flooded here into the United Kingdom Talk studios, boys and girls. Chai says, Tombola karaoke sounds like fun. Yes, everyone's a winner, unless there's a piece of coal or there's a rotten potato. Please no. Well, there might be. There might be. We're not talking massive prizes here, Chai. Don't expect to win a holiday for two to Barbados or the Caribbean or Australia or Florida or France. Not even on the Isle of Wight, beautiful though it is. She says, I've missed a few of your classic shows, Chris, but here's a late comment on the one you presented with Ray. You both looked really comfortable and the camaraderie was fun. Oh, it was. He's a nice chap. He's a nice chap. Quite like the memory lane, down memory lane, media references, of which there were many, and the joint birthdays songy bit at the end. Oh, we do birthdays every week, Chai. We do birthdays every week. Thank you, Chai. Sarita says she hasn't finished her Galaxy bar of chocolate yet. Oh, it won't. You're going to miss it when it's gone, Sarita. Maybe you should keep it for a special occasion, dear. It's in the fridge and I break off a piece a day. Oh, how do you do that? How can you just eat a small piece of chocolate each day? I've got to have the whole thing. No, it's terrible. And the funny thing is, Sarita, it doesn't seem to matter what size piece of chocolate, of bar of chocolate I buy. I have the whole thing. I cannot restrict myself. The willpower is not willing. It really isn't. She says, poor Katie the cat sounds like she's getting old. My old cat used to poo on the floor as well. Oh, yeah, she's done it again this morning. And she's not even doing it in the same place. You can smell, and then you have to seek it. You have to seek it out. You have to seek the poo. Even she does it. And Sarita thinks she either does it in protest due to a dirty litter box. No, she's never got a dirty litter box, or hair because her poo would fall off fur on the back. Oh dear, poor Katie the cat. Never mind. I shall do my best for her. Don't worry. Hello to the lovely Jasmine. Hello, Jasmine. Jasmine Lopez. I love your name, Lopez. What a wonderful name that is. Now, she says the word I was looking for yesterday, saliciousness, means tendency to be sex-driven. Someone said that to me the other day on the internet, dear, after one of my shows. So they said that I was saliciousness. I don't think so, dear. Maybe when I was a bit younger, not now. We prefer a conversation and a cup of tea now. I think that's what we prefer. And Jasmine also says, you showed your tiger lilies yesterday. Aren't they a bit poisonous for the cats? I don't know, but the cat don't seem to go near them. She hardly moves off her bed now occasionally, really, to be honest. Hello to Donna, who says, thank you for the birthday wishes yesterday. That's okay, my darling. Hello to Mary Warren. Love the Tombola karaoke thing. We're going to have to do this. Now, I've been looking for a Tombola thing. You know, where you put the tickets in and roll it around. They are a bit expensive, aren't they? Blimey. I mean, you've got little crappy cardboard ones, but we want to do it properly. So I'm looking around for one of those now. Tommy Flynn says the Jeremy you were thinking of yesterday was Jerry Springer. Correct, Tommy. What, Tommy, you still haven't been to my karaoke, dear. You have promised me faithfully, and as a Roman Catholic, I hope you're going to go to church and admit the sin of lying to me. Your good friend Chris Reardon, international celebrity, award-winning DJ, landlord, global broadcaster, environmental conservationist, and your fairy godmother. You haven't been yet, Tommy. And Jeremy says, how very dare you, sir? My mum says I'm very handsome. Now, Jeremy says he's waiting to become a supermodel. My mum says he's very handsome. All I need to do is hand the supermodelling judges a note from my mum and bam, I'm on the cover of magazines. I need to just wait until the moment an influential supermodel judge gets a massive head injury and therefore vulnerable to notes from people's mothers. Jeremy, I always wanted to be a supermodel as well, to be honest. You know, you see some of these people, you know, they cut. But mind you, some of them, dear, they're just so trashy, dear. Trashy. Some of these people, they can't wait to get their kit off as soon as 50 quid is thrust into their face. Thrust. Thank you very much to Wendy for sending this in. It was on Tony Blackburn's Facebook page. It was on Tony Blackburn's. Tony Blackburn is the top DJ of all time, boys and girls. Always been my hero DJ. He was the inspiration to me becoming a DJ. He was it. And he wrote on his wall the other day on the subject of the Big Celebrity Brother or whatever it's called. I don't watch it, but I've been seeing bits and pieces in the news and what have you. And he says, "Good morning, everyone." On what is it? He always does a lovely little thing on his wall. Start following him, Tony Blackburn, on Facebook. Okay, good morning, everyone. On what is a lovely morning here in Hertfordshire. And he goes on about his family and all that business. And he says, "I'm interested to see what my friend Biggins has done to get removed from tonight's Big Brother." Now, this was a few days ago. I think it was on what's today? Today's the 8th. I think this was on Friday he printed this. Removed from Big Brother. The other bloke, who calls himself Bear, has behaved in a dreadful way. I don't understand why anyone with a half-decent career would want to spend 4 weeks, and this is exactly why I don't watch it, 4 weeks inside a house with some of the most appalling, talentless non-celebrities. Most of these so-called celebrities come from some really dodgy reality shows where there is only talent seems to show off and try and shock the audience by getting their bits and pieces out, which they don't do as it's all been done before. I often wonder what the parents think of them when they're watching it. I mean, can you just imagine? They don't care though, do they? They don't care. They just get the kit off and they're doing it all in the swimming pool and all that business there. And people are watching. Don't they wonder what their mums and dads think when they're watching this? It's just hideous. It's absolutely hideous. And he goes on, they often wonder what parents think. And that's it. Thank you and it's wonderful that is. Thank you, Wendy, for sending that thing from Tony Blackburn. Not only the... Let me just, I just like to get my bits of paper ready for recycling. You see, that goes back in the printer the other way round. I just, I mean, even the program makers, I think the people that make Big Brother and Celebrity Big Brother, and that's all they want, shock. There is no talent there. There is absolutely no talent there whatsoever. And I wonder, when they do the auditions for these programs, do they get people on there who are just pretty and vile at the same time? Is that what it's all about? It's horrible. Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful program. Right, let's do the birthdays today. Happy birthday today to one of my cousins, my cousin's daughter's Katie Pannell today. It is her birthday in sunny Australia. Happy birthday, Katie, darling. Mwah. Have a lovely time from Uncle Chris. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Last time I saw her was on Norfolk Island, which was some years ago now. Beautiful little place. Tiny little island in the South Pacific. You would want to, if you want a quiet life and you want to be surrounded by natural stuff, no buildings, that's where you want to be. Louise Harvey today is 31 years old. I think you're one of my old times karaoke people. About 5 or 6 years ago, I think is the last time I saw you, Louise. 31 today. Happy birthday, Louise. And happy birthday today to Nick Driver, who is 37 today. It is time for the song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Katie, Louise and Nick. Happy birthday to you. There we are. And which song did you prefer today? The Gloria or the Happy Birthdays? Glory to Gloria. I love you, boys and girls. Tonight it's Monday, so I'll be hosting karaoke tonight and every Monday from 8 o'clock at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Come and join us there. If you can't be there, we'll be streaming the show live on Facebook as always. Just go to the top of my wall around about 8:30. Sometimes a bit earlier. It depends how busy. I'll wait till we get a few people in, all right, before we start the stream. Okay, so that's tonight. Karaoke tonight and every Monday from 8 o'clock at Central Station Bar, Wharfdale Road in King's Cross here in London. Apart from that, looks like another nice day. Have a lovely Monday. I'm off swimming now. Ta-ra!